Alright, so I'm back to do some more painting. This is going to be my fourth layer, and I'm really feeling like I'm finished with this painting. My first layer was a time lapse that I did, and you can find that on YouTube. The second layer was about another 36-minute video that I did. And this morning I really needed to turn the cameras off for a little bit while I painted, and so I did that. And now I'm really feeling like it's finished. I'm getting to that point. I'm not for sure yet if I want to turn this way or if this is the way that I want to look at it. I'm kind of thinking it's more this way for now, so I'm going to work on it. That's where I'm going to start. And I'm feeling like I need a little bit more white in this area and a little bit more white in this area and some more peaches in here. As this painting has evolved, it's reminded me a lot of a little painting that I did, and I'll show that to you. And there's a lot of similarities in that, and so I've been looking at that now and kind of trying to finish this painting out like that. I do have some paints mixed up here, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Like I said, I'm wanting some of that, kind of like that peachy, a little bit more of it up here in this area, so I'm going to go, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Yep. Sometimes the finishing part of a painting can be so stressful. You've got the very beginning when you start, and you can feel so much freedom in that. It doesn't really matter. You know you're going to be covering a lot of stuff up, and then you get to this point, and it becomes like, this is it. So I want to make it good. So I'm adding a little bit more pop to this area up here. And I'm really feeling like these are the finishing touches for me. I like that. It's kind of pulling that together. Now this area over here is going to get some more neutral and white on top of that. I'm going to go ahead and work with my neutral that I mixed up here first. And my neutral is basically my yellow orange, this color that I had mixed up with white, and then some of this blue. And I mix those together. And I like using the colors that are already on the canvas to mix my neutrals with, my off-whites with, because when you put those beside the colors that you took them from, I think it really helps to make them pop, rather than just using a buff right out of the tube. So I like to mix my own neutrals, and I'm going to add a little bit more white to this area. And that's kind of what I was after right there with that. I might actually pull that down a little bit more here. Here, okay, that's like that. So I'm going to move over here now. A little bit more. We're going to see if we can't get this painting finished this afternoon, right? Yay! We get to have a celebration party. I had one of those. Painting is finished. Painting sells. Celebration time. Okay, so I'm liking that. Like that. Alright. I think I'm going to do a few little dots right there to pull that together. And I've been using white gesso, but here towards the end, I'm going to be, I'm going to do this down here too a little bit. I'm going to switch over to a regular white my acrylic titanium white, and I'm just kind of going straight out of the jar here. And I'm going to start using that to kind of like have some white. I want some white whites now. Kind of like that. Like that. There. Sometimes the very, very smallest things can make the biggest difference. So I want to have almost too much there, maybe. Mix a little bit more of this. I am an intuitive painter, so I can't really explain to you why I do what I do, or why is that too much. All I know is I go by, oh, it feels like it's too much, or it feels like it needs more color, or it feels like it's too much. So I just pretty much trust what my gut's telling me. Okay. And I'm still not now real happy with that over there, but it might be because of these little marks that I need to get back in there again. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be it. I'm going to switch over to working with one of my favorite things. I absolutely really love doing this, and these are water-soluble crayons. And I love just, I'll have some water sitting close by. I'll get them wet. And in case you want to know, they're Neocolor aquarellas. And I usually will start with the colors, kind of relate to each other, and start going through and outlining and scribbling. Starts adding a little extra depth, interest to the canvas at the very end. This kind of reminds me of a little tulip down here, like that. Yeah, these are fun. I like these. I like these a lot. You get them wet and they go on really creamy. Just have a really good feel to them. I like that. The only problem, and I learned this the hard way, is that when you go to varnish your painting, you'll want to use a fixative on the crayons first. Since they're water soluble, a varnish will just melt them, and they'll just run away. Okay. Alright, so I've taken this painting through several stages. Actually, this is my fourth session on it, which has probably been a total of about 3 to 4 hours. And it's not done yet. It'll still need to be varnished, and then the back will be wired, and the sides to do on it. And then I get to start promoting it and get it sold so somebody else can really enjoy it. I am loving it a lot. Right at this point, I like it a lot. And so when is a painting finished? That's always a good question. I was thinking about that a while ago because I think you really get to a point where you really like it a lot yourself, and that's how you know it's done. I was actually thinking about this one, and knowing that I was at that point where if I did too much to it, I knew I was going to go into another painting. So I would be kind of like starting all over again. And that can happen sometimes. Sometimes we just go over the edge a little bit, and then there you go. You got another painting you're starting on, and that's okay too. Last thing I'm going to do is a little mark making with this Stapilo Aquarelle pencil. It's water soluble as well, but I also love the way that goes on. So I'm going to do a little playing with it. Okay. So I hope you all have enjoyed watching me paint. This actually came about by having, through the years, people asking if they could do an online course with me, which I don't have anything available at this point, but, or watch me paint, or, so, this is for you. Okay, so I'm kind of just playing with it, and I don't want to get too much on there either. I really like what's going on here with the neutrals on the pencil, and I don't want to. Okay, so I am going to just call this done, and thank you for viewing this, and I hope that it will help you in your painting endeavors. So happy painting. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.